All right, 5 minutes, marketing. It's a huge topic. We're going to just winnow it down because we all need a little bit of help this year. And when you talk about marketing, really at the heart of marketing is communication. And everything about the way we communicate has changed profoundly changed. That impacts how we need to market. The biggest change that we've seen, of course, is that the customer now controls what they consume. It used to be that in marketing, you put it out there, everybody got it. Now the customer can screen. There's TiVo, there's internet, there's instant messaging, there's blogging, there's all kinds of ways that the message can be blocked, can be controlled, and doesn't manage the way it used to. So the challenge becomes, how do you get to people, how do we market to them in a way that they hear it? All the rules have changed. Everything is different. We've got to change with it. And what I wanted to do this morning is just give you 4 notions, 4 tactics that I think are critical in the year ahead to help us market our businesses. The first one starts with refreshing your brand. Okay, refresh your brand. What does that mean? A lot of times when people say brand, they think logo. We're not talking about logos. We're talking about the heart, the essence of your company, your service, what you do. And when I say refresh it, look at it. Are you still relevant? If you haven't changed things in a long time, chances are you need to make some changes. Everything is different, and everything is more difficult because of those differences. Check it out, refresh, make sure, absolutely make sure that you offer a benefit to customers. If what you do doesn't have value to anybody, nobody's going to buy it. So number 1, refresh your brand. Number 2, understand the tools that are in the toolkit for marketing. There are a zillion ways to market. Networking, things like this, that's a powerful way to market. Traditional advertising absolutely has a place in marketing today. Public relations, aggressive public relations efforts, a solid website, all of those things count enormously in marketing. The newest buzz, of course, is about social media, social marketing, and it's a subject that is way too involved to get in today. What I want to tell you about it, though, is absolutely has a place in what we do, but it's a tool. It's one of many things we do. It's not the end-all and the be-all. You don't want to take leave of everything you do and put everything into social media, social marketing, because you'll be likely missing a big piece of the pie. So know what's out there, know what works for you. Number 4, activate your customers. And what does that mean? Well, as communication has changed, every customer now is an ambassador for us. If you think about it, word of mouth, that's always been so powerful, is extraordinarily powerful now. And you only have to watch a company get into trouble and see what can happen online with bloggers and with comments that can take somebody down. Conversely, if you activate your customers, if you make them active promoters of your company, you have a legion of folks who are speaking well about you. You come to a breakfast like this, somebody who's never been to it before asks you about it, say, oh, good morning, Slow, it's fabulous. Great way to meet people, fun, there's lots of good conversation. That's how you build ownership in an organization and an opportunity like this. So you want to make sure your customers love you. Love your best customers. Know who your very best customers are and take really good care of them. Right now, more than ever, rewards, thank yous, discounts, those kinds of things really, really count with people. Take care of your customers and get rid of the bad ones. You know, if there's people, if it's bringing you down, if you're wasting your effort, we are all working with very lean staffs on really tight margins, and you just can't afford to handle the dead weight. Got to get it out of there. You have to make the hard decisions. And then lastly, I said 4 before, this is actually 4, target. Target, target, target. Now, what do I mean by that? You have to be able to know exactly who your customer is, and you have to know what that customer needs. And when I say narrow your focus, what I'm talking about, for instance, in the old days, you'd say, okay, if I'm a retailer and I'm, say, marketing to teenage girls, all right, that was a broad category. I will tell you today, you don't market the same to a 13-year-old girl as you do to a 15-year-old girl. They're that narrow, that different. The channels are so closely defined. So you have to really know who you're going after. And you have to be brutal about it. Get rid of the stuff that's not your core audience. You have to target, you have to hone in, you have to know what your customer wants. And one of the things that research shows us time and time again, it's not always about price. If we get into price wars, we're in trouble. It's about value. And I'll tell you quickly, if you had salad last night and you dumped it out of a bag instead of out of washing a head of lettuce, you paid 5 times what that lettuce cost, but it was a value to you. All right, so I want to close with a little quiz. We're talking about narrowing. Wow. We're talking about targeting.
Got about 30 seconds.
Okay, we're going to zip through an example of a company that does it right, and I'm going to show you. All right, so I want you to see Got Milk. No, don't go yet. All right, Got Milk is a very popular campaign. It's been around for 20 years, and you all know who the Got Milk people are. We just went by Christy Brinkley. Anybody know who this guy is? Heroes. Okay, next one. Taylor Swift. Okay. Anybody know who this is? Ryan Sheckler. Ryan Sheckler is an MTV star and a skateboard guy. And if you're not a kid watching MTV and reading kid magazines, you won't know who he is. But Got Milk knows.
So who was it that knew?
Yeah, who knew? It's a skateboard guy. All right, next one. Next one. Anybody know who that is? Biggest Loser. I bet a lot of women in the room knew that. This is Allie from Biggest Loser. Not to be sexist, but we follow the show. Next one. Danica Patrick. She's a NASCAR driver. Again, you're not seeing her ad in women's magazines. You're seeing it in sports magazines. Next one. Come on, anybody? You gotta love the name of this one. These are the All-American Rejects. All right, this is a band. Again, you think, well, it's Milk. We've never seen this ad because it's not targeted at us. It's in another publication. So I want to close real quickly, Dave, don't cut me off, with an example of taking it one step further. There's actually a publication called Mullet Enthusiast. Let's go to that cover. Okay. Now, so say the Got Milk people want to have an ad in Mullet Enthusiast. And so they know they got to have the right character, they've got the publication, and say they want to take it even further. They want it to be localized to the Central Coast. So they say, who would be the right one in here? We say, well, you need somebody with some stature, with some local presence. Let's try this one. We say, no, that just doesn't quite work. It's just not believable. Let's go one more, maybe somebody. All right, now then hold off. They finally got the right one. They said, you know what we're missing in Mullet Magazine? You gotta have somebody who relates to the mullet world. And we found the right character, and I'm gonna close by saying thank you very much, and let's show you our mullet candidate.